Okay, so I believe, as of August 9th, 2018, I believe the oldest Minecraft server to ever exist, was blacklisted by Mojang. Yeah, it was made in 2010, and it was made the very same day that Minecraft, multiplayer was released to the world. And, a total of, I believe, 80,000 people have gone onto this server. Correct me if I'm wrong. In its lifespan, probably more. And it was home to tens of thousands of like like, this is very much air quotes, historical builds and landmarks. Like, there was this website that went along with it, this companion website, where it was this large map where you could see everything, and there was also this you could see every single significant landmark in the entire server. And it was kind of breathtaking seeing just how this server truly embodied what Minecraft represented, and its and its best years. Of course, at this point, the game's a shadow of its former self. I'd say Minecraft was kind of a flash in the pan, right? Not many people play it anymore, I think, and it's really just something that sort of takes up space on someone else's computer. But Minecraft, it was being, a 14-year-old kid in, 2019, obviously, Minecraft was a big part of my earlier years. I believe, 8 to 10? Maybe 7. I'm not sure how long. Might have been 6 to 10. And it helped me forge some lifelong relationships, at least for this amount of time. And it helped me, tie bonds with not just friends, but with family as well. So, by all means, this game is, pretty significant to me. Or it was, I guess. But when I found out about this way after it actually happened, it kind of made me reflect on how Minecraft and the popular gaming landscape as a whole has changed for the worse or for the better. And it's really, it's kind of crazy that what people used to play, almost just a decade ago at this point, is something that is completely different than what we play now, Now that YouTube's probably, almost the most popular media on the internet, and, I did not put any research in this video, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, I guess. But, if you look at Minecraft back in 2010, which is when I started playing, and you look at it, Like, and you look at Fortnite, I know it's such a overused comparison, but if you look at Fortnite and Minecraft back in 2010, these games are completely different games, though they fill the same role, you know? Like, Minecraft, even though it was an incredibly popular game, it still felt like a cult classic, right? Like, it was, a lot of the times it was, a singular experience, you know? Where it'd be your journey and you figuring out what to do. But when it wasn't, you would always be spending it with, you know, great friends. And it always felt like it was expansive. Now Minecraft, if you think about Minecraft now, does it feel expansive at all? No. Everything's been discovered already. Like, all the secrets have been figured out. Like, remember that ghost guy, Herobrine? That's out the door. It's already gone. You know? There's nothing interesting or mystical about the game now. And same goes for Fortnite now. It's so, like, constantly broadcast to every human being on the entire planet that, like, and that's not always specifically a problem. I mean, it can be in this situation. I definitely think Fortnite can be an issue if it's always constantly thrown in your face, but nothing about Fortnite seems interesting. It's all about just winning and doing something, right? And of course, those are the two differences in designs with the games, but also it kind of shows that game design, you know, they're the two number one spots for the games. Like, okay, imagine if the number one game was like Metal Gear Solid 5, I guess. Or maybe Skyrim. Imagine if the number one game was Skyrim, and every kid right now was playing Skyrim. How do you think that would change, like, our generation, right? If every kid who, like, played video games was playing Skyrim, for one, there would be a bunch more YouTubers probably making Skyrim videos. And for two, the general atmosphere and mood of that game would probably, impress on these kids. Maybe there'd be a lot more people who are interested in high fantasy stories, right? I don't know, something of the like. And now that Fortnite's the number one game in terms of media coverage, at least, there's people, like, there are kids who will, like, who will not leave to go to the bathroom for hours so that they can win at Fortnite. Like, 'cause it's so centric on winning and losing, you know? And all that stuff. It's toxic, you know? These people are so impressionable. They need to not be playing such dangerous stuff. Maybe they shouldn't even be playing games at all. I mean, yeah. They'll get obsessive. I have a friend. He's a lot younger than I. And he used to be very obsessive with, I don't know if he still is, but, when he was far younger, whenever he was taken away from his, like, iPad to play whatever games he had, he would literally start suffering withdrawal symptoms. Like, imagine if that kid was playing Fortnite then. I don't know what would happen. I probably wouldn't even know him now. He would be like a husk of a person. That's an exaggeration, but I think you know what I'm getting at, right? And that's why I feel like, you know, Minecraft getting the... Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. This isn't scripted and it's very late out. Yeah, and the impression that the most popular game gives out to people is very important. How it's made and what it focuses on is very important. And we could keep on going for hours about what if this was the most popular game? What if this was the most popular game? We could think of a lot of interesting things to think about, right? For most popular games. Like, if anybody's listening to this, then maybe you could leave one in the comments. But, the impression that Minecraft gave, at least to me, I think it made me quite a bit more, curious, honestly. It made me want to try out new things. It's probably the reason why I like, Asian food, 'cause I hated trying it. But then eventually something just sort of clicked in me and I thought, you know, I'm kind of curious about it. I'll try it out. And that was around some time, right? And I think that Minecraft enforces just an overall atmosphere of creativity and, the like. And we should have more games like this, I think. At the number one spot, right? Like, Minecraft is the perfect number one game. I mean, of course, it's not the number one game in sales or popularity. Tetris beats it in sales and Fortnite beats it in popularity. But it should be the most popular game in the world. It's just a shadow of its former self. You know? That sort of experimental, explorative nature that it once had is gone. Which is bound to happen for any game, of course. Like, when Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild came out, I believe that I had a very similar, feeling. And now, it sort of just is kind of just like another Skyrim game. A really good Legend of Zelda Skyrim game, yes. And one that can still allow lots of experimentation, but still another one. So, yeah, it's, okay, this is gonna be my last point. When Minecraft was first made, you could only do so many things, right? You could, you could mine and craft. Oh, that's so clever. And of course there was combat, but it was simple and it was fun, 2 weapons and very simple stuff. But it's a very different game now, of course. Now there's like the Wither and the Ender Dragon and underwater bases and stuff, and while that's all cool in its own right, I feel like Minecraft in its prime was when it didn't have anything at all, yeah? Like, I feel like they should have stopped at the Nether. And that's it. Maybe the game would have grown old. I don't think it would have. Maybe they should have stopped at the Ender Dragon. I'm cool with that. But there's a certain point in game development when you can just stop, right? You know, oversaturation. It's a real deal. So now Minecraft is like a super huge game, and I don't understand why. It's supposed to be a simple, fun game that anyone can understand. Now it's like, you gotta watch out for the underwater sea creatures. The only way you can ward them off is you put a bed sphere around your island. And it's like, what are you talking about? I don't care. I just want to have a fun game where I mine and craft and find diamonds. Is that too much to ask? I guess it is. Like and subscribe.